Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. This is part 4 of the complete walkthrough of Final Fantasy I Pixel Remastered version. We will be restoring the next crystal in the main quest, the Fire Crystal. Return to your ship on the right hand side next to Melmond. Heal up at the inn if needed. We need to go to the bottom right of the world map, circled on screen now. You can reach the bottom right by going all the way to the left and you will wrap around and appear on the right hand side and then dock. The next point of call is to head left. You'll see a crescent shape and you head around to a town called Crescent Lake. There is a new enemy that you can face on the overmap, but you face them in the next dungeon. This is a good area if you still need a anaconda. The centipede creatures that you can face does not have a lot of HP, so just use physical attacks. They can appear in groups of 4 and hit hard, so can cause a lot of damage to your party. Also, they can cause poison. There is new weapons, armor and magic that you can get. In the armor shop, buy the buckler for the thief, the first shield that he's able to use, and the mithril gloves for the warrior. Then in the weapons shop, either buy the mithril sword or mithril axe for the warrior. They got slightly different attack and accuracy stats. In the white magic shop, buy the Stoner, which can cure the stone status, Protera, which casts Protect on your whole party, and Invisiria, which raises your whole party's evasion. The other spell that's for sale is the Exit spell, allows you to instantly transport to an entrance of a dungeon. I needed some money, so I had to grind. I went back to Cavern of Earth, and I said in the last video that there's a corridor that instantly transports you to battle, Hillgeigus. Well, it used to. They changed it in the Pixel Remastered version, as I have discovered. They have 2 enemies that walk around and you can battle them. They still come back if you exit and come back in, so it's still a viable boosting spot. In the black magic shop, buy Thundaga, a stronger lightning spell that hits all enemies, and Death, which can cause instant death to a single enemy, and Scourge, which can cause instant death to all enemies. The other spell you can buy is Stun, which can cause paralysis to a single enemy. Refill any items you need from the item shop before you tackle the next dungeon. Head to the top right and cross the small bridge. Follow the path around and you will see a circle of mages. Talk to the mage that's to the right of the one in blue called Lucan and you will get a canoe and then exit the village. Now that you have a canoe, you automatically get it out when you hit shallow water, and the next destination is to the northeast, a volcano, and like the sea, shallow water will have unique enemies that only appear in the water. A few new ones will appear on my way, and I'll get the rest later on, as we still have to travel through the lake after we restore the fire crystal. A lot of the enemies are weak to lightning. The first enemy you encounter is a classic Final Fantasy enemy, the Ochu, and they are not as bad as later appearances. They only cause poison in their debut appearance and is weak to lightning. Another new enemy is the White Crocodile, a powerful enemy that hits hard. It's weak to lightning. Another new enemy is a stronger version of the Ochu. It hits a lot harder and is the strongest of the river enemies. It's weak to lightning. I was level 26 when entering this dungeon. Any lava squares you touch, and you will have to in some cases, you will lose 1 HP for every party member for every step you take in the lava. The first floor there's nothing notable. Head to the exit in the top left. The majority of the enemies are weak to ice. They can absorb fire, which will heal them up, so don't use any fire spells. If you don't want any treasures, you can exit straight to the left, but to get the treasure chests, head up through the door, then up and left to the treasure chest. It's guarded by a new enemy, the Fire Elemental, one of the strongest new enemies in the dungeon, weak to ice attacks and casts various fire spells. Head down for the next chest guarded by 2 fire elementals. Head all the way up to the top right area for the next chests. A new enemy you can face is the Fire Hydra. They can hit 3 times and cast a blaze spell. They are weak to ice. You can see the next chest to the left. It's guarded by 2 fire elementals. A new enemy that you can face, and it's one of the most deadly enemies to face. These are stronger versions of the cockatrice, but instead of being able to cause the stone status, it can cause instant death to a character with its gaze attack. They are weak, so attack, but use a weak magic spell from the black mage as well. Return to the top right corner, then head all the way left. You will see 2 treasure chests below to get. The right one is guarded by 2 fire elementals. A new enemy that you can face is the Horned Devils. They are quick enemies and can hit 4 times, and they cast a variety of fire spells and they can cause paralyze. They are strong against fire and ice attacks. Head down and left and then down. You are heading to the bottom left of the area for a bunch of treasure chests. Three of the treasure chests to the right are guarded by a new enemy, the lava worm. Fairly weak enemies that are weak to ice. Go all the way back to the top right corner and then head down and exit through the door, and then go to the left to exit to the next floor. Head to the right to the next exit. A new enemy you can face is the Hellhound. Nothing to worry about, weak against ice and strong against fire. Still no new treasures. Head to the exit at the bottom right. A new enemy that you can face is the Fire Gygus. They are easily defeated and weak against ice. Head left and then head all the way down, then left to the exit. Head up to the nearby room for two treasure chests. The right one is guarded by a lava worm, and the left one is guarded by a new enemy, the fire lizard. Another weak enemy, and it's weak against ice. Exit the room and follow the path to the left to the next room with a chest. Exit the room and head all the way to the left to the next room with 5 chests. The second and third chest, it's guarded by a lava worm. Equip the ice brand on the warrior. This will do extra ice damage to the fire enemies. And the flame shield, which will help against the fire attacks. Exit the room, head back and go down on the next pathway and follow to the next room. You will have to defeat a lava worm to get past to access 2 more chests. Exit the room and go right and follow around to the next room for 3 more chests. Exit the room and go back and head down at the previous room and follow around to the next room with 2 chests. Both chests is guarded by a fire lizard. Exit the room and go down to the next exit to the final floor. Head right and go into a room for a chest with a potion. There is a room at the top right and the bottom right, each with a chest, and then return to the entrance of the floor. Head all the way left to a room with the final chest guarded by a new enemy, the Red Dragon. A powerful enemy. Ice is its weakness and it hits hard and does powerful fire attacks. Exit the room and go to the bottom left room and get ready to face a boss. When you touch the orb, make sure you're all healed up for a tough boss fight. The strategy that you should really implement, which I didn't, but it's the most common strategy for most bosses, is to use the Black Mage to do temper and haste on your physical attackers, especially the warrior who has the ice brand and is able to do more damage. This method is much faster. Instead, I used iced attacks with the Black Mage and used the White Mage to heal in cast bestiary and in Visaria for extra protection. Leave through the portal to get to the entrance of the dungeon. See you in part 5 of the walkthrough. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.